Today we are taking a look at the award-winning Marshall ANC Mark II monitor headphones, and we're going to see exactly what they are like. Okay then, so we now have the beautiful Marshall headphones here on the desk, and we're going to take a look at what they include in their pack. Now obviously it's in this beautiful little carrying case here, which is a really nice kind of material. I do like the material, and obviously we've got the good old stitched in, by the way, so I'm bringing that a bit close to the camera, stitched in Marshall logo. I like that. Very nice little like patch they put on there. But anyway, looking in the top, we can obviously see the headphone. So let's grab the headphone and we'll see what else is in there. So first of all, we have the headphone here. Unfolds to be quite nice. Very light. They're not very heavy. Well, most headphones these days aren't very heavy. Marshall logo, nice 3D-ness. We'll take a look at this properly in a sec. But for now, let's put them to the side and we will grab this. So what else is in the case, you may ask? Looking there, it's like got a few cables. So let's go in and grab all the cables and we'll put that bag just there, put the headphones just. So looking at our cable collection here, we have two different types of cables. So first off, we have a USB-C to USB charging cable. It's in a nice durable material with quite durable tips on the joints. That's quite nice and durable, I will say that. They've got the cable strain relief there, which is lovely. And also it's textured on like the housings of the connector, which is very nice. Again, durable on each end and a pretty durable cable overall, I will say that for sure. I'll put that messy cable there. On the other cable, the other cable is obviously this 3.5mm headphone jack. Now, as I said earlier on, if I did say earlier on, I can't remember if I did, these headphones can be Bluetoothed, but also they can be done by the jack if you want to use them as the monitor, and whatever you're monitoring doesn't have Bluetooth. But again, same thing, nice cable strain relief ends, and it's textured. You definitely know these will be yours out of everyone else's when you're using these on sets. Got a pretty nice cable again, same sort of thing, and then we obviously then also have this bungee portion, which I think is really nice feature. That is definitely very useful. And then you've got the straight end, and then you've got the curved end. The curved end is meant for plugging into your device, whatever you're trying to monitor or get audio out of. And then the straight end, that is made for doing in your headphones, so it looks nice and clean. Again, same texture as that cable. Really nice addition. So as promised, I said we'll take a look at these headphones in more depth. So as I said earlier, we have that beautiful 3D textured Marshall logo on the side of each headphone actually. And then also we've got a textured outer shell. It's a plasticky but hard, durable, high quality plastic by the looks of things. Taking a look at the headphones themselves, we obviously have the speaker modules in here behind a very nicely padded foam. And then we've got some lovely, I'm going to say leather, ear cuffs for the over-ear feel. These are over-ear, these are not on-ear. I will mention that. Looking kind of upwards here, you can see sort of the join to the plastic. And you can also see this very nice cable, which is obviously for when you're extending. Same material as the other ones. There's no strain reliefs on this, because there wouldn't be enough room, to be honest, to put a strain relief on that, but very nice. Another nice little addition is that indicator of which is left and which is right. It looks like it's riveted in, which is pretty cool. And then this top head portion is the same material as the ear cuffs, which is really nice. Aesthetically, they look really nice. They've got a very good range of motion. Like very nice range of motion. So if we spin it over, obviously we can see the 3D logos there. You can probably just see that it's 3D. But looking down here, we have on the one earphone is the ports. So we have the 3.5mm port and the USB-C charging port. These have a pretty good battery life. I have used these for a couple of days now. We also have the green light indicator, which turns on when you're powering them, but also as you're charging them, it gives you an indication of your charge. And on the other side, we have the multifunction button. Now this isn't the only multifunction button that's on the headphones. If we come along this side and take a look at these, what you would think would be screw caps, there is actually two buttons there as well. I don't know whether you can see, but they've got the Marshall logo on, 3D as well. Very high quality headphones, I will give them that. And again, perfect amount of adjustment there. You can see it barely fits on the screen. and also when you don't want them to be all extended. Nice and compact, about the size of my hand, look at that. So now that we have unboxed, well not unboxed, but taking a look at these Marshall monitor headphones, we're going to talk a little bit about Marshall and a little bit about the in-depth facts about these headphones. So first of all, let's talk about Marshall. Marshall are quite an older brand in the audio industry. You'll quite see bands using the older Marshall amps or newer ones, okay? They're quite a well-known brand within the industry and their sound has always been renowned for being one of the best. So, now I've had a little history lesson about Marshall. Let's take a look at these headphones in particular. So we're going to start off with the most obvious thing, which is going to be the price tag. These come with a fairly, I would say, standard price tag for high-level headphones or monitor headphones. The price tag of these UK British pound sterlings is £280 for everything that you saw me unbox earlier on. Okay, so that includes your charger, your carry case, the headphone itself, and an audio cable. Now, bear in mind, these are multi-purpose headphones, so they're not just, say, monitor headphones. They are also your day-to-day, walking down the street, ergonomic, modern-looking headphone that is Bluetooth. Connect to your iPhone, your Android, whatever whatever device you use. So in 2021, which was actually the year that I actually got these headphones, they won the Red Dot Award. They were the Red Dot winner of 2021, and I'm going to quote exactly what Red Dot said. The Marshall Monitor 2 ANC makes a robust and high quality impression with its retro elements. It preserves the brand identity but interprets it in a contemporary way. Obviously I had to look at my script there, or my notes, because that is quite a worded paragraph that definitely describes these in an amazing way. So it does keep with the retro feel of Marshall and so it does keep with retro sort of Marshall feel, and I've always retro's Marshall, but so it does keep with Marshall's retro feel, and ever since I got these headphones I definitely have that like retro-y feel with the texture, with how they look, but you know, they're still in a contemporary modern way, and I think Red Dot worded that paragraph spot on. So let's talk about some of the features that this has to offer. Obviously, as any standard headphone these days, it has active noise cancellation, and it uses an amazing technology for this active noise cancellation, and I can tell you the noise cancellation on these is great. I was on a coach full of 30 kids, couldn't hear them a single thing. Well, until they all started screaming happy birthday. So as most headphones with noise cancellation do these days, these headphones continuously pinpoint where the sound is coming from and basically eliminate it, which is really, really cool. I've never understood how noise cancelling really works, and I only did a little bit of research for this video, because obviously I'm not a specialist in headphones. So obviously the noise cancellation is focused to get rid of the ambient noise and give you what you really like, the music. Now, speaking of the music, I actually choose to wear these and listen to videos in these because I really like the sound of these. So I know of some really, really nice sounding, say, videos or audio clips that have been recorded beautifully, and they sound absolutely amazing on this. And this is like one of my personal reviews of this headphone, is how well they sound. Like, out of every headphone that I've had, the other big name wireless headphone brands, and out of all of them, by far I prefer these. Whether that's because I'm into the music industry and I'm into that industry and I, like that good, clear sounding audio, or whether it's just because they sound so amazing. But these have really impressed me with that sound, and I always choose when I want to, hear something in high fidelity, beautiful sound quality, always choose these. I love hearing a nice kick drum in these headphones. If it's recorded right, these headphones will play it even better. So speaking of, Marshall's brand history, obviously, these have the dynamic and, iconic Marshall sound that every Marshall product has ever had. Now, obviously, I only own these of Marshall, but I have had chance to use some of the Marshall gear in my time. So, the amps are an amazing thing, and these headphones definitely follow on from those amps. I definitely do enjoy these headphones. And as I said earlier, the sound, the iconic Marshall sound, has outplayed any other headphone I have ever used. And personally, the only time I've got close to hearing this kind of sound in real life was when I actually listened to a live band, a live orchestra show. So, time for some of those technical facts for those of you who love the technicalness. We're going to talk about first about the drivers in these headphones. Obviously, any headphone has two drivers. These headphones have two 40mm dynamic drivers which are absolutely amazing sound, and as I've repeated so many times throughout this video. And if you want to hear my, you know, full and honest review at the end, stick around till the end, because that's when I'm going to be giving my personal opinions on this headphone. Speaking some more technical facts about these headphones, they have a driver sensitivity of around 96 decibels, which is a very, very nice little amount, because if you're talking concerts, you're talking 120, well, 110, 120. These have 96, which is make sure to not damage your hearing too much. As I said, the driver type earlier is a dynamic driver type with the driver omnipendence, I don't know how you say that, omnipendence of 32 ohms, I think that says. I'm not entirely sure. Obviously the frequency range is the standard human hearing range of 20 Hz to 20,000 kilohertz. Kilohertz? No, it's Hertz. Yeah, it is Hertz. I did get it right. I do listen to my science lessons. And obviously the drivers are 40mm drivers. So, a bit more technical fact, as I said earlier, these are a wireless battery powered headphone. So, what is their runtime on battery? Around about 30 hours. They're banned on the website. I haven't personally set their time in it, but they do last a very long time on a charge. I charge these maybe once a week. I use them every other day. So then, as I said in the visual look at these, there is a few buttons on these, and there's multifunction buttons. So obviously you've got the Marshall, and then you've got the ANC button. The ANC is your noise cancellation kind of thing. Your Marshall is programmable. Then obviously you've got the nice little silver gold multifunction thing that I don't use it very often. And finally, before we get to my personal thoughts on these headphones, we're going to talk a little bit about the Marshall app, which gives you greater control over your headphones, which is also a really nice little feature. Now I'm not going to go too in depth on this app because the app really deserves a video of its own. It has a ton of features, EQing and all that kind of stuff to make the headphones sound the best for what you're listening to. So if you want another video on that, be sure to leave a like down below and let me know in the comments that you want a video on the app, which is on Android and iPhone. So then, finally, the point that you've all been waiting for, the point where you see my personal thoughts on these headphones after having them for around about 3 years now, which is an amazing time. I remember when I got these, I had a Nikon, my old camera, which was amazing. That was ages ago now. It's weird thinking that how long ago that was. So, when I first got these, I wasn't 100% sure about them. So I never heard of the brand before, you know, these headphones. And I got them brand new. They were very, very, very nicely packaged, by the way. I love the packaging of these, you know, premium products. And normally I'm not into premium products that much. Normally I'm not someone for going out there and buying premium products. As long as the product can do its job, I'm happy with it. But these really, really stood out when I started using them, of how clear they were, but also their fidelity and how comfortable and the ergonomic design they were. Because I personally am not a fan of in-ear stuff. Like, the only thing I'll have in-ear is IEMs. I personally don't like Apple AirPods. I always like the over-ear sort of style of headphone. I think you get the better sound and they're more comfortable. And these headphones were no exception. They are extremely comfortable, like so comfortable. But also their sound quality is absolutely amazing, and they're simple to use. The app that gets provided with the headphones is also amazing, because I can tune the headphones to what I like listening to the most, whether that be pop, whether that be monitor mode, whether that be, say, rock. I can tune it with the frequencies to make it sound the best possible, which is how I get that awesome kick drum sound. I absolutely love drums, if you can't tell. So yeah, definitely recommend them. Definitely worth the price tag. I'm not sponsored by Marshall, but I 100% recommend them. They're one of my brands that I will stick with. Like, I stick with Sony, DJI, Dell. You know, there's all these brands that I put my trust in because I know they're high quality products, and Marshall is no exception. They're a legacy brand. They're, you know, people have used these products for ages on shows, and there's no exception with these Marshall Monitor ANC Mark IIs. And I definitely think they deserve that Red Dot award. So if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a comment down below, subscribe, that's the wrong way around I think, but we'll deal with it. Drop a like, follow our socials on screen for updates in between these videos, and I'm so glad to be back now. I got 6 weeks off of my school. Let's get this content rolling.